All 157 people on board the Ethiopian Airlines flight were killed that day, nearly 5 years ago. It was the second crash involving a new Boeing MAX-8 in less than a year. 5 months earlier, a Lion Air flight went down off the coast of Indonesia. In the 72 hours that followed the tragedy in Ethiopia, Transport Canada debated what to do as country after country grounded the American-made jet. Documents obtained by Global News show Canadian officials conducted their own safety review, but largely followed the United States Federal Aviation Administration. But the U.S. agency has come under heavy scrutiny for its safety reviews of Boeing jets.
And Boeing basically said, there's nothing wrong with this airplane, let it rip.
2 days after the crash, European regulators banned the MAX-8 from their skies. Canada and the U.S. stood by the jet. According to the internal documents, an official wrote, there is no indication that the Lion Air and Ethiopian Airline crashes are linked.
It's very important not to jump to any conclusions.
By 7:20 a.m. the next morning, Transport Canada received satellite tracking data suggesting some similarities in the flight profile between the Lion Air and Ethiopian Air accidents. Hours later, Canada grounded the jets.
Not conclusive, but there are similarities.
Investigators ultimately found both crashes were linked by a fatal software flaw that caused the noses to dip. Transport Canada launched its own review of the MAX-8 certification process. And in 2021, after almost 2 years grounded, Canada cleared the jet to fly again. But just last month, there was another issue with Boeing's MAX-9.
We have 177 passengers on board.
A side door blew out of an Alaska Airlines flight midair. No one was injured.
They got to get their act together. And they're on very short leashes.
Boeing is now in the middle of a shakeup. The company has ousted the head of its troubled 737 passenger jet program. Touria Izri, Global News, Ottawa.